Family? How's it going? Trying to give you guys a chance to kind of come on in, see how you guys are doing. Turn this off. How you guys doing? Shalom, shalom. Hello, everyone. You guys here okay now? Doing great, doing well. Over here on this end. Lots of people trying to jump in here quick. It's been a minute since I've done a live. Been really busy doing making videos and taking care of some other things. I didn't try to make sure we do this more often. Yes, another day closer to our deliverance, exactly. Letting people kind of jump in here real quick. I didn't even realize that people were talking when I put up the notifications. You can actually go in there and actually talk. So that's actually nice to be able to do that. People kind of, get in there and talk, get a chance to share some information before we even get started. So that's a beautiful thing right there. Got a few things we're gonna just kind of jump in here and just talk with one another. It's beautiful. You can see everything just collapsing every single day. More and more things are just, I've got all the notebooks beautiful. Everything is just changing, quickly. Yes, and like I said, sister Cassandra already gotten up the four notebooks already. Rick and Teddy already put out the Colburn Bible, a PDF, and you can actually read or have what is the book by De Las Casas. You can either read it yourself or you can have it read to you. So they're putting in much work and putting all this information on that website. So when people are being awakened, they have a place to go, a place to get started, a place to download information, a place they can print some of these books and read for themselves. Brothers and sisters of Israel, okay, from London. Hey, if you guys put where you guys are from. We got people from all over the world. We want to know where you guys are from. If you got people over in Europe, people over in Africa, we got people over in Australia. We want to know where people are paying attention or where they're coming from. Because I know it's not just all here in the United States. I know we got people from all over the world here. Beautiful. Aboriginal Australia, there we go. That's beautiful. We got people from all over the place. So as you guys come in, just kind of let us know where you guys are coming from. Because then that'll also help us, because when we need certain information from different areas, we can get more information. We know who we're getting information, and where it's coming from. All right. There we go. Big John from Des Moines. I got some family from Des Moines, Iowa, too. Nice. Barbados. East St. Louis. All right. All right. Yes. Well, I got a couple things that kind of topics that I want to kind of just talk, kind of throw some stuff out there. You guys got some more information. Y'all can bring it out. On the video I put up last night, I pinned a comment, and it was talking about Comet Atlas and how it's actually following, with the movie Armageddon. If you guys haven't had a chance to take a look at that, I think many people haven't had a chance to take a look at that. Go ahead and take a look at that comment. There's a lot of information right there, and how that comet showed up the first day that China had its first case of CV, and then actually the asteroid was actually named CV also. And then I put up that video of the for Greenland when it was the preview, and then so whoever put it out actually made it private, so they pretty much took it down so we can't watch it again. I haven't seen that Atlas Globe movie. Yeah, a lot of people from Maryland and Virginia, right? Apocalypse of Baruch, 12 parts of plagues that come upon us, which will happen 2 parts per week, 7 weeks. Yeah, we'll see how. I mean, like I said, there's going to be a whole lot of. Well, there's going to be a lot of plagues coming, and some of the plagues are going to be, at the same time. So it's going to be different times. They're going to be happening at the same time. Just like right now, we have a lot of plagues that are going on right now. People were like, "Well, why didn't you talk about the tornadoes in your videos?" I was like, "I can't talk about everything in my videos, man." But yes, there was tornadoes that ripped apart parts of the United States, and especially on Easter, the Ishtar Day. So 3 rocket bodies have been deployed in an attempt to counter it, probably just like the movies. Just like the movies. A lot of traffic going by. Frogs here in Oregon. He's like, all of a sudden you don't hear very much. They're talking about all the stuff that's happening here as far as CV, but you're not hearing a whole lot about what's going on in Europe. You're not hearing a whole lot about what's going on in China. And all of a sudden they were trying to make, so-called black people the face of CV here, which isn't going to work. 96 degrees on Passover. Yeah, I heard almost 50 tornadoes. 11 died in Mississippi from the tornadoes. I haven't heard as much about the mice or the rats and the heartland, and they've been kind of hiding. It was hiding everything like usual. Nothing true. Nothing new. Yeah, food shortages, definitely. So definitely, if you guys have more information on that, information about Comet Atlas, the movie Armageddon, the revealing, all this information, like I said, it's all following the pattern. It's all following just like that movie. It's kind of like a little bit of parts of Armageddon, a little bit of parts of that movie, Deep Impact. That movie that's Greenland, talking about all the people, I kind of struck me that one part where they were in their truck or getting out of the truck, and all of a sudden I think it was a bunch of planes that were just taking off and leaving. They were just leaving all the people here, and they were all running away. New Zealand had a lockdown. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. It's funny how all of a sudden we're talking about all these deaths last week, and then this week they're rushing to see who's going to open up first and which country's going to open up first and which states are going to, which ones are going to do what. Like they're all of a sudden everything's so much better. There's over 2,000 people dying a day, but all of a sudden they're in a hurry to act like they're going to open up anytime soon. Yes, Emma, there are a lot of crows and doves here in LA. They were overrunning my neighborhood a few days ago. It's just out of the blue that you get all these crows, from nowhere. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't really pay attention to what was going on as far as what was going on with defunding the WHO and him getting rid of that. Got this thing on my phone trying to get it off. All governors are in charge. Linus of Ohio, a video of Perry Stone trying to explain the prophecy of the meteor. It's funny listening to these guys talking now. It's absolutely hilarious because they make no sense. If they're not going to admit who we are, I said the whole Bible Well, that's something I'm going to be getting into, and why it's so important, and why it's imperative to be able to get into these multiple books, because, some of the prophecies deal with what's going on over here. But why is it when you guys are watching movies, we were watching all these different movies, how come it's never any destruction going on in Europe? How come it's always about destruction here in the Americas? You see what I'm saying? Like, the Bible's been written a certain way that it's hidden. It's hidden who set up all of these pacts, who set up all of these these pacts and these agreements to destroy our people. It wasn't people over here. But see, the Bible has been set up a certain way. The Bible's been set up a certain way that you never find out who the true culprit is. You never find out who's the one that's pulling the strings. And that's the way that it's been set up. Yeah, I'm cracking up listening to, if you're still stuck, if these people who are still stuck just reading the Bible and that's all that they read, I said, there's so much that's only dealing with one small section of the world. I said it's only dealing with one small section of the world. You have to get the fact that there are other sections of the world that are going to be dealing with punishment. There are other sections of the world that are going to be dealing with the destruction that's coming from the Most High. But see, if you look at movies and you look at, you just listen to a lot of these people, only people you think are going to be getting destroyed are just going to be the people here in America. But what's happening is that these other books are now showing and making connections with other books that are kind of showing like this destruction is going to be worldwide. But the Gentiles have done their damnedest to make sure that we don't think about all the stuff that they've done. And the Most High has always, like, he talks about how he has to set, he has to set these things in motion so that he can fulfill Scripture. So right now, all these elites have been running to all these different, all of their bunkers, and not all their bunkers are here in the Americas. They're going all over the place. They're getting the hell away from here. And there's gonna be different levels of destruction. Like, when it talks about like us, as far as like our lands, it tells us how we are going to, how we need to cleanse our lands. And cleansing our lands isn't just utter destruction of our lands. Okay, so it's not all of it. So, but see, they're not talking about the cleansing of the lands. When you hear a lot about these movies and you look at the stuff that they're talking about their destruction. They're trying to stop their destruction. See, there's two types of destruction. Well, there's one is how we have to clear up our lands, how we get to cleanse our lands. And if you don't know how that is, you go to Numbers 35 and 33. The spilling of blood is the way that the Most High talks about cleansing our lands. So everything is not about just the destruction of the things that are falling from the sky. See, that kind of destruction is for the people who have been putting our people in chains, have hidden everything, not telling the truth about anything. So those are the ones that or whatchamacallit. Those are the ones that are talking about the different types, the destroyer that's coming. The fall, when you sit there and you looked at Greenland, if you looked at it, you saw all these meteors falling and killing people and everything else. So that's one way that the Most High is going to cleanse our lands, but that's also a punishment for the other people who have made pacts and agreements to destroy our people. You see what I'm saying? So there's multiple levels of destruction. Look at some of you guys' comments right now. Other nations are claiming it's all Amalek. Everyone was slaves to Amalek, and Esau is innocent of all charges because Amalek orchestrated the black versus white. Yeah. And right now, everybody's looking for some way out. It's buffering. Yeah, I don't know. Is it buffering for anybody else? Thank you for sharing the videos. Yes, the brightest star to the right of the moon. I haven't been able to see it for the last few nights because it's been very cloudy where I'm at. I think they've been doing a lot of that on purpose for a lot of us, so we can't see, what's coming. And it's not Venus either. So it's not Venus. Like that, yeah, right? The 12 tribes, the oppressors are running and saying, "I was just following orders." That's it. That's a lot of people right now. They know that something's wrong, and they know things are not about to, go back to normal. So now it's all, well, I was just following orders, and that's not gonna. That's going downstream, just like we talked about from the Colburn Bible, how people were just going along, following the course of the river, not trying to go upstream. And that's not going to work. Just saying I was following orders, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's what people are trying to do right now, trying to say that they're following orders and everything else. I said, that's not going to fly. That's not going to work. Many people knew what they were doing was wrong, but they didn't have the spine to stand up and say no, or to do something different, or to join in, with the stuff that we were going through. I'm not gonna be able to get that. You guys back yet? I don't know where all the comments went. There we go. Okay. Still learning. I'm still playing around with the live here a little bit. But now, let's see. It is definitely moving into our time. And a lot of these people know it. They're still not wanting to admit the fact of, that all the things have been, that we've gone through. But that's okay. They said the Most High is about to bring it to their attention. But we are looking at those like comet atlas in the sky. They're telling us little half-truths here and there and things like that. But it's okay. Exactly, Lion Path. That's exactly what I was moving into. I'm not thinking it's America that's going to be burnt. Okay? And that's what I've been doing, like a lot of studying, and I'm going to bring them some more information about that. I mean, is our lands going to be going through affliction? Of course it is. I said, certain people that are on our lands are going to be going through affliction. But the fact that they're talking about it breaking up, and it's exactly the same thing that was happening with in the movie Armageddon, even in Deep Impact, how that asteroid broke up a couple times. I said, but what's happening right now is that these new books like the Colburn Bible and things like that are bringing more information into focus. Actually, the Colburn Bible is actually doing a job helping me to connecting the Bible with the Book of More, along with like things like the Apocalypse of Elijah and other books that I'll be bringing out some more videos on. But it just starts to make a lot more sense. It starts to bring everything together. But like the book, like you had to find the books over here in the Americas to talk about what was happening over in Europe. Sometimes you had to find some of the information in the Bible that would explain what was going on over here. Brother was talking to me about, in Corinthians, how it talks about how we know in part. Paul was talking about how we know in part, and that's exactly what's going on right now. We knew parts, but the Bible gave us some information. I said, but there's way more than, and as the Most High brings other parts, it just starts to give more clarification. And that's exactly what's going on right now. We've had so many people who were talking about the one part that they did have, that they got given first, that was everything. And there's way more going on than just that. Oh yes, Coburn Bible helped understand the Apocryphon of John. All right, there you go. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all those books take like Wi-Fi. Yep. Yeah, I saw they closed that huge pork processing plant down. So when you realize, like I said, there's nothing on accident, then that's the Most High shutting down all these, all these different plants, making these abominable foods and everything else. It is totally going down. And what's crazy is sitting here and looking out, that most of the world is still, I'm sitting here looking at, Joel Osteen, and he was talking, I looked at a little bit of his Easter service yesterday just to kind of do a little research on what it is he was talking about. And that dude was just talking about hope. And then Tyler Perry was on that thing as well. And it's just funny just listening to these guys, because everything is about, well, we just need to put out, hope. He said one thing, Joel Osteen said something about how, well, God's not mad at you. I was like, I didn't see any scripture, no nothing, just a pep talk, Said just a pep talk. That's all that it was. He doesn't read any scriptures, I said, you just read a scripture and then you give a story. I said, but that's what the vast majority of these pastors do. So they put in Oprah and Diddy on TV, social media, talking about how black people are at higher risk for the virus. Yeah, that's a bunch of garbage too. Like, whatever, man. I said, but that's them. That's what they do. Can I make my videos longer? 10 and 20 minutes are not long enough. Thank you. But yeah, whatever the Most High gives me. I wasn't even gonna do a video last night, but then brother sent me that email. So Most High kind of told me to throw something together and put it together real fast and read a little bit more around it. Like always, we hear Christians talking about that Isaiah 26 and 20, and they think of it from their Christian background, but they only look at that one verse. They don't read what's around it. They don't read what's around it. And just like anything, they take one verse and then they just stop right there, and then that's it. But when you start reading around it, you can easily see that it's talking about his chosen people. Yeah, and that's it. They need to say why we're at higher risk. Even if we are higher risk, it's because of the food that they made us eat, the stuff that they gave us from slavery times, and they think that's a soul food and that's good for you, and that's if you eat healthy, there's something wrong with you, and that kind of stuff that they've had their hands in and keeping us unhealthy by making us eat unhealthy foods. Yeah, what we're all ready for the Most High to do is real. We like I said, we have to be patient. I said we have to be patient. So the Most High is moving. Let's look at some more of these comments here. But like always, they're always trying to make us the face of everything evil and bad. But like I said, they can't hide it now. The people who don't want to see it, they're going to see whatever it is they want to see. I saw that 300 workers with CV and good riddance to pork. Yeah, a lot of people that were working together were ended up catching CV. Exactly. Oh, beautiful. We got 1,000 people here. That's beautiful already. That's beautiful. Lisa Cabrera did do a great video on a lot of these things. And I was just checking it out before I got on here about the ethnic groups and how they've always have never counted us the correct way. And we know, and we already knew that's, you just jump from 3/4 of a man all the way till today. They've always been undercounting us. And then they were inflating their numbers with people that aren't even their people. Let me move. I don't know why. I don't know. You guys still okay? You guys still on here? Almost there. Hold on, fast. Just drive around here in this parking lot. I'll find a place real quick. A little bit better connection. I don't know why. It works out. It starts working fine. And all of a sudden, it just stops working. All right. Oh, this is better. Okay, this works better. All right, we're back. We're cool. Yeah, so let me go back to my list of stuff I want to make sure I talk about. Definitely, how Trump went ahead and made that declaration, and then they transferred that power from the presidency to FEMA. And a brother I was talking to, Elijah, was telling me about that, actually, how everything, when you're looking at Trump going out there and having his daily meetings, and they're moving the podium a little bit here off center, and they're taking the seal away. They're doing things with the flag, I said putting things up in front of it, cords in front of it, making it seem like it's not even there. I mean, so there's all these things that are going on all over the place that are pretty much confirming what the Most High is already showing us. See, in our spirit, we already know this place is done. I've been telling people this place is a wrap for a very long time, because it's already been declared in the spirit world. Just like many of you have been telling people that, but when things were going well or things were going normal, no one cared. Now everything, is being shut down. And then we had, Trump pretty much transferring power from the executive branch to FEMA. And then we got the Pope taking away the Vicar of Christ moniker and then using his own name. Now we had Ishtar Day right there, where, some people, many were not able to pretty much observe the day like they would like to. A new breed says, brother, the accompanying events will be a magnificent, yes. The world will shudder at the power of the Most High. They're very true. We've been checking out some of your videos, man. I said, I like that relaxing one that you did the other day. So make sure, I like how you said, don't do that. Don't do this video. Don't try to participate in this video while you're driving. Yep, YouTube might not want us to, but the Most High said that the kings are going to shut their mouths and we're going to have our opportunity to tell the truth. I said, and that's the main thing. We have our opportunity now to tell the truth. And we have that captive audience that's at home. And these pastors can go out here and they can go out here and tell the truth. But we've already heard, been there, done that with these pastors. It says, been there, done that. So we already know what they're going to say. They're going to say things like, God's not mad at you. Please come back anytime you want. Yeah, that was a great video on New Breed. I like that one. There was a couple of other ones too that you did. I've been checking out too. I'm probably going to share some more of those ones. It's really good information. I definitely recommend you guys checking out a New Breed's channel. But it's been a beautiful thing. Looking, I said it's kind of like maybe the earth is getting a chance to kind of take a breath. People are kind of stuck in their homes. Earth's trying to reset itself. Animals getting a chance to reset themselves. Brian Perro, send that music to me. I'd like to check it out. tribeofjudah0@gmail.com. And definitely make sure you guys go to the website. You guys check out the website. Check out that information there. Check out those notebooks. Download those as well so you have that information. Even the air seems fresher. It seems, when people aren't driving as much, not as much pollution. Mm-hmm. The gallows are coming for Haman, huh? Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. Still checking everything out here. We'll be bringing out definitely some more videos and some more information, connecting some more things, just because the Most High's kind of giving me some more information to download to give to you guys. So it's a beautiful thing right now. That is true. Many are trying to put fear in us, but it won't work. Exactly. I did hear them protesting the lockdown in Ohio and somewhere else. You guys know where else they were protesting the lockdown? I don't get how people are still, rocking with these churches. I still don't get it. I said that just shows you the strength of the Most High, because everything is shut. All their churches are shut down. I have no idea what sane person would think that place has any power, or what what sane person would think that pastors and priests have any power. Michigan doctor, okay. Arkansas, North Carolina. All these different people that are going against the shutdown. People are. Thank you, A New Breed. I appreciate that. That's all praises to the Most High. People are protesting. These people are losing their minds, being stuck in the house. You can only watch so many Netflix shows and channels. I said you can only do that so much before you lose your mind. Cabin fever. And they were talking about cabin fever going into the summer. They're like, well, people are like, right now it's okay because it's it's winter or spring or whatever else. What happens when it's all hot? People want to go on their summer vacations and they want to go on this and on that. Nick said the things they're worried about. They don't want to believe that their fun time is over. They don't want to believe that the best has already passed them. And I guess if I was in their situation, I'd be in the same. I'd be wanting to fight to get out of the house, want to fight for things to get back to how things were before. Florida deemed WWE essential business. Yeah, like I said, people are losing their minds. Definitely reading is more fulfilling. You spend some time reading and studying. I said people got a lot to catch up on because many people haven't been reading much of anything. Yeah, these people need entertainment. Yes, and everything they have done is being destroyed. Even the pork suppliers have been shutting down. Says the earth is getting a chance to heal courtesy of the Most High. Exactly. That's exactly what it seems like right now. Even though for us, we're chilling right now and everything else. We're waiting for the Most High to restore us and everything else. But we know that when everything gets opened up again, it's going to be the Most High putting His children on top. So right now, before, and a lot of people can't believe that. They want to open everything back up with us at the bottom again. They don't want to believe that the Most High is going to open up this world again, but it's going to be putting His people on top. The earth is having a Sabbath. Yep, seems like it. And the main thing is this: is like if what we're saying wasn't true, I said the scriptures are backing it up. The other books are backing up what we're saying. The world now in the current status is backing up what we're saying. The stars in the heavens are backing up our status about things changing, about these things coming, about these kachinas coming, and destroying everything. The fact that these churches have been closed, and that's backing up what we're saying. Everything that we've been saying is coming to light. The other books talking about, the Book of Mormon talking about how as soon as we brought out the second stick, how the Most High is going to be working to restore His people, and within a year, less than a year from the time that we brought out the Book of Mormon, everything got shut down. Everything got shut down. Yep, the 400 years of bondage should have ended in 2019. Still the end of 2019. This CV asteroid shows up. All of a sudden, there's this supposed CV virus coming out, and then everything is shut down. But you don't hear any of them, any of these churchgoers, any of these people trying to debunk anything that we're saying. They just continue on. Well, I guess I can't go to church, so I guess now I'll just have to do church here at the house. And you don't see anything wrong with that. So you guys don't see anything wrong with that whatsoever. There you go, brother. In the 12, anybody have information on the bright star in the western sky? If you guys do, put it here, or also when we're done, put it in the comment section. Because well, I don't know. I think it's like I've had some people tell me that they're actually removing people's comments, but try to put some information up if you guys can, here or also when we finish up. Well, like if you guys have done any research on it, okay? It's not Venus. Yeah, we see them every night for a certain amount of time. If the sky is clear, it is very bright. It's on a satellite. It's too big. It's huge. I did see about them manipulating, Tyrone Williams manipulating the prophetic timeline. I'm probably gonna do a video on that one that I put on Instagram about how 2020 is really 2012, about hindsight and foresight. I have the star chart, and it doesn't say that it's Venus. It's another group of stars next to Venus. So yeah, so just do a little more research on it. But yes, it talks about how 2012 is really 2020. Mayan prophecies, exactly. We need to get into some more of this information. That's what the Most High definitely is using us for, to bring this information out to the world, because the vast majority of the world is going to be still stuck on white Jesus, good times Jesus, and they're not going to look at absolutely anything. So the Most High has to enlighten certain people to bring this information out. No, I will not be doing a podcast anytime soon. Just some videos and lives like this right now. Some other brothers wanted to actually get together and do some lives together. So I'm definitely going to try to do that. I said it's just hard right now. I said because Most High's got me studying and doing some other things. I said so I'm a little bit busy, but I want to make sure I do what the Most High tells me to do. So if He leads me to do that, then we'll get together with some other brothers and do that as well. So yeah, so let me see here. I'm not gonna make it too long today. I'm gonna be praying actually shortly, And you see it now, how the prayers are, how it's just going. I mean, Most High is answering our prayers. And that's one thing that we need to be doing on a consistent basis, praying for each other and praying against our enemies. That's something when we're praying twice a day, on top of thanking the Most High, we need to be praying for our brethren. There is no prayer line, okay? And praying against our enemies. You see how as soon as we started to pray together, we took the prayers of our people away from them. We took the prayers of our nation away from the enemies. So what we need to do is, on top of, thanking the Most High for everything, thanking the Father for everything that He's doing, we also need to be praying for our brethren. And we also need to be praying against our enemies on a consistent basis, every day, twice a day, if not all day, as much as we can. Because see, they took our praises, they took our prayers when they had us in their churches, and they were using them against us. I said they were using our own prayers against us. So that's when, I make it a point to make sure I thank the Most High. Thank Him for what He's doing. Thank Him for everything that He's doing for our people. Praying for our land. But I'm going to get on a consistent basis of praying also for our nation and also against our enemies. And that's exactly how it needs to be. I said, because trust me, they're praying against us. They've been praying against us this whole time. And if we come together, like I said, at those certain times, like everybody prays at 12 o'clock wherever they're at, and then we all pray at 6 o'clock West Coast time together, consistently. And we can see there's already, the Most High loves us. The Most High has turned His face to us. So now it's time, for us to give Him honor and praise. But then also make sure we ask for what we want. I want our land to be restored. I want us to be restored. I want us to be given back our land, that we lost. And I also want our people to be back in order. I want us to be back together in order to follow the Most High the way, He intended us to do. He didn't intend for us to have to sit here and work 8, 10, 12 hours a day and not spend any time with Him. He wants us, He's trying to give us He's going to give us our time, for the land to rest, for our Jubilee time, for Jubilee years. Imagine like a year of partying and just hanging out with the family and the friends and the Most High. I mean, that's what it is that we need to be doing. And that's what we need to be concentrating on. And I think that's righteous anger. I mean, there's nothing wrong with us asking for the Most High, to do what He already said He was going to do. The Most High is the one that said He's going to, give us back our lands, and He's going to take them out of here. I didn't say it. He said it. So all I'm doing is say, hey, Most High, I would love for you to actually follow through on your word and do that. But see, now everyone's, we're all in this together. Now you understand why they keep saying it all the time. We're all in this together. We need to pray for one another. We need to be there for one another. So yeah, because you want me to pray against my own good fortune. That's what you guys want us to do. You want us to pray with you so that we can, so that makes no sense for us. For us to go hand in hand with you and pray for things to get better, because better means us drinking the dregs and you drinking the clarified wine. That's what that means. That's so anytime you see these commercials, I've been seeing these commercials on TV all of a sudden, every day. We're all in this together. We need to pray for one another. We need to be there for each other. We need to be there for one another. Oh, I said, it came to me right now. What you guys want is you want us to come together with you guys to pray for our downfall once again. That's exactly what it is. Because if you get your prayers answered, that means I get to go back to the bottom. I get to go back to work, and I get to go back to, living, working my ass off so that you can pretty much enjoy all the fruits of our labor for the last 400 or 500 years. That's what a call to prayer and all of us coming together is. Exactly. Fool me once. Yeah, you fooled me once. That's not going to happen again. I'm not praying so that you can be back on top. No, I'm not doing that. I'm praying for the Most High to give us our land back and to remove you off of our lands. Okay, that's what I'm praying for. I'm praying for the people. I'm praying for my people and the people who are going to be joined to us under the Most High. I'm not praying for, hey, let's all get together and pray. No, no. That's why you guys are losing, because for a time, for many decades, for hundreds of years, we've been praising white Jesus, and I kept you on top. As soon as the Most High gave us a little bit of information, a little bit of understanding, oops, there goes your churches. The people start going to your churches. People start questioning you. You guys get pissed off when people ask questions. Then a little bit more, Most High starts taking a little bit more away from you, and now He closed your churches. So now you're resolved to putting things on television, telling us we all need to come together when we were never together in the first place. So I said no. I said we don't do that here. We don't pray with our enemies anymore. Now, if you want to, if the Most High puts it on you to come with us and be in order, I said that's one thing. But us, what would that make any sense? Me praying so that you can be on top of me again? That makes no sense. But you got these other people out here. You got these other weak men out here, and I said that don't think for themselves. That are still in these churches. Still has their women running them and taking them to these churches. I said, so yeah, you can have their prayers all you want, but the Most High is not listening to them. The Most High has now turned his face back to His people, and now He's listening to us. So we're not in all this together. Just like, and Elijah and the priest of Baal, I said they were praying to two totally different gods. I said, we're praying to our power and you guys are praying to yours. I said, and now that we've got that separation once again, because your churches are closed, now we're praying to our power once again. So I'm only praying for my people. That's all I'm praying for. I pray for my people and the people who the Most High has joined to us. The Gentiles that the Most High has opened their eyes and is bringing them with us, cool. We can pray together. We can be together. Everything else, that's cool. I said, but if you think that I'm going to, me and the people that are here, or people, you think we're going to pray with you guys anymore after all the stuff you guys have done to us? Hell no. And that's it. We're praying the Most High will be done. And that's what He's got. His will is to restore His people. And all these other people who have been doing good times Jesus, you've been praying against our power and you're praying against our people. So you can keep it that way now. And I said, because we're not equally yoked. So really soon, in a couple minutes, we're going to be getting together and praying again for our power to give us, our land back, our power back, our way of living back. I don't want to live anymore under Esau's, the way he set up society. Yeah, separation is much better. We're praying for our restoration. So if you want, just because some other so-called black people and other people from other nations will all come together and pray for the restoration of good times Jesus, I said that's not going to happen anymore. But like I said, we're living in beautiful times right now, and let's keep it up. Like I said, keep on praying every day, 12 o'clock, wherever you're at. Pray for our people. Pray for the restoration of our people. Pray for the restoration of our lands. I said, pray for the ability to be able to follow the Most High the way that He truly intended. This is an absolutely wonderful time to be alive for all of us, for us to see the Most High actually fulfilling His word, and that's what I'm praying for. I'm praying for Him to fulfill His word. Joel 2, the separation of the other nations from our lands. And then as soon as they're separated, then the rejuvenation of our lands for our people. Getting the fourth part back the way that it used to be. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm sure that's what the vast majority of the people here are looking for as well, or else they wouldn't be here. If they didn't believe in that, they wouldn't be here. All praise is to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.